Manipulative coworkers can significantly disrupt the workplace, creating an environment where trust, collaboration, and individual well-being are compromised. These individuals often use deceitful and underhanded tactics to gain power, control, or achieve personal goals at the expense of their colleagues. Manipulation manifests in various forms, including psychological pressure, behavioural exploitation, and emotional manipulation. Psychological tactics like instilling fear about job security, sowing self-doubt, or leveraging feelings of obligation can undermine a person's confidence and decision-making abilities. Behaviourally, manipulators often shift blame, take credit for others' efforts, and spread rumours to harm reputations and maintain dominance. Emotional manipulation, marked by inducing guilt, shame, or anxiety, further complicates workplace interactions, leaving victims feeling powerless and distressed. Ways to identify manipulations and mitigate guilt. Tripping description, using guilt to compel you into doing something, often by making you feel responsible for their problems. Solution, set clear boundaries and politely decline requests that make you uncomfortable. Respond with, "I'm sorry, I can't help with that." Gaslighting description, making you doubt your memory, perception, or sanity by denying facts or events. Solution, document interactions and rely on factual evidence. Firmly assert, "I remember this differently. Let's verify the facts." Shifting blame description, avoiding responsibility by blaming you for their mistakes or failures. Solution, stick to facts and clearly outline your role and contributions. Respond with, "Here's what I did and here's where the issue originated." Taking credit for work description, claiming your ideas or achievements as their own. Solution, keep a documented record of your contributions and share them directly with supervisors or in team settings. Spreading rumours. Description, disseminating false or damaging information about you or others to harm reputations. Solution, avoid engaging with gossip and address rumours with facts. Politely correct misinformation with, "Actually, here's the truth." Playing the victim description, portraying themselves as unfairly treated to gain sympathy and support. Solution, recognize the behavior and avoid taking responsibility for their feelings. Respond neutrally, "I'm sorry you feel that way." Creating unnecessary pressure description, forcing you to make decisions or complete tasks under unrealistic deadlines. Solution, stay calm and ask for clarification or more time. Say, "I need to review this further before making a decision," exploiting favors description, reminding you of past help to manipulate you into doing something for them. Solution, politely set limits by acknowledging their help but stating your boundaries. "I appreciate your help, but I can't commit to this." Withholding information description, intentionally keeping you uninformed to sabotage your performance or decision-making. Solution, ask direct questions and insist on transparency. "Can you provide the details I need to move forward effectively?" Inducing fear description, threatening job security or other negative consequences to manipulate your actions. Solution, remain confident and seek clarification from superiors or HR. "I want to confirm my standing on this matter with management." Criticizing unfairly description, constantly pointing out flaws to undermine your confidence. Solution, accept constructive feedback but challenge baseless criticism. "Could you provide specific examples and suggestions for improvement?" Isolating, you description, excluding you from important meetings or discussions to limit your influence. Solution, proactively engage with the team and seek clarification on decisions. "I noticed I wasn't included. How could I contribute?" Using flattery description, overpraising you to gain your trust or compliance for their benefit. Solution, accept compliments graciously but evaluate their motives critically. Respond neutrally, "Thank you, but let's focus on the task." Feigning helplessness. Description, pretending they can't complete tasks to offload work onto you. Solution, encourage independence. "I can show you how to do it this time, but I won't be able to do it for you in the future." Overloading with work description, assigning excessive tasks to overwhelm you, ensuring you can't focus on other responsibilities. Solution: prioritize tasks and communicate limits. I'll focus on these tasks first. Can we reassess the rest later? Emotional outbursts. Description: using anger or tears to intimidate or distract from an issue. Solution: stay calm and avoid reacting emotionally. Suggest discussing the matter later. Let's revisit this once we're both calm. Offering one-sided deals. Description: propose an agreement that heavily favour them while disguising it as mutual benefit. Solution: assess deals critically and negotiate for fairness. This doesn't seem balanced. Let's discuss a more equitable solution. Threatening relationships. Description: suggesting that refusing their requests will harm your working relationship. Solution: reaffirm professional boundaries. Our work relationship is important to me, but I need to maintain balance in my workload. How to manipulate the manipulator. Manipulating a manipulator requires strategy, patience, and a deep understanding of human nature. Drawing inspiration from Machiavelli's principles in The Prince, this approach is not about engaging in outright confrontation, but about using calculated tactics to outmaneuver and control the situation. By studying the manipulator's behaviour and motivations, you can predict their moves and develop a tailored strategy. Observing how they interact with others and identifying their goals allows you to stay one step ahead, ensuring that your actions remain precise and effective. Anticipation is key. Knowing what they will do before they act is a powerful way to maintain control. Exploiting a manipulator's weaknesses is an essential element of this strategy. Every manipulator has vulnerabilities, whether it's insecurity, a desire for validation, or a fear of exposure. By identifying these weaknesses, you can subtly use them to influence their behavior. If they thrive on praise, offering selective compliments can earn their trust, positioning you to steer their actions in your favor. On the other hand, if they fear being exposed, hinting at your awareness of their tactics can keep them in check without direct confrontation. This delicate balance of leverage requires a keen understanding of their psyche and careful execution. One of the most effective ways to manage a manipulator is by playing the long game. This involves appearing to align with them while subtly undermining their efforts. Present yourself as cooperative and supportive, but use this position to gather information or redirect outcomes to your advantage. By maintaining this facade of loyalty, you gain access to their plans and strategies, allowing you to anticipate their next moves and neutralize their efforts before they succeed. Machiavelli's wisdom reminds us that appearances can be more powerful than actions, and maintaining the right image while working behind the scenes is a hallmark of this approach. Controlling the flow of information is another crucial aspect. Manipulators often rely on misinformation to gain the upper hand, and countering this requires you to limit what they know about your plans and intentions. Share selective or incomplete details, ensuring that they act in ways that inadvertently serve your interests. Simultaneously, stay vigilant and document their actions, creating a factual record that can be used to discredit them if needed. This combination of secrecy and documentation ensures that you remain in control while protecting yourself from potential retaliation. Dividing and isolating a manipulator from their allies can further weaken their influence. By subtly highlighting their questionable behaviour to others, you can foster distrust within the group without appearing confrontational. This tactic requires subtlety and finesse, as the goal is to let others see the manipulator's true nature while maintaining your position as a neutral or supportive colleague. When executed effectively, this approach erodes the manipulator's power base, leaving them isolated and less capable of causing harm. Maintaining an air of unpredictability is another powerful strategy. Manipulators thrive on understanding and exploiting predictable patterns, so keeping them guessing about your intentions and responses can disrupt their tactics. By alternating between cooperation and distance, you create an environment where they cannot easily anticipate your actions, reducing their ability to manipulate you. This unpredictability, combined with calculated strength, reinforces your position and discourages further attempts to exploit you. When the time is right, exposing the manipulator strategically can be an effective way to neutralize their influence. This should never be done impulsively. Instead, gather evidence and wait for the moment when revealing their behavior will have the most impact. Whether presenting the information to higher-ups or addressing it in a team setting, timing and delivery are critical. The goal is not to humiliate, but to ensure that their credibility is questioned, shifting the balance of power in your favor. Flattery, often underestimated, can be a subtle yet powerful weapon. Offering calculated compliments can make the manipulator overconfident, lowering their guard and making them more prone to mistakes. This tactic requires precision, as overuse or insincerity can backfire. When used judiciously, flattery can create opportunities to influence their behavior while reinforcing your position as someone they trust. Throughout this process, maintaining a strong public image is vital. Cultivating goodwill and alliances with others in the workplace not only shields you from the manipulator's tactics, but also strengthens your reputation. Demonstrating competence, fairness, and reliability ensures that your colleagues view you as a trustworthy and valuable team member. This not only reinforces your position, but also makes it more difficult for the manipulator to undermine you. Manipulating a manipulator in Machiavellian style requires subtlety, strategy, and control. It is not about becoming like them, but about outthinking and outmaneuvering them to protect your position and well-being. By understanding their motives, exploiting their weaknesses, and carefully crafting your responses, you can turn the tables and reclaim control of the situation while maintaining your integrity. Strategy for dealing with manipulative individuals. Understanding intentions. Recognize the manipulator's goals, patterns, and behaviors to predict their actions and plan counter-strategies. Observe their interactions and motivations. Use their patterns to stay one step ahead of their tactics. Exploiting weaknesses, identify their vulnerabilities such as insecurities, a need for validation, or fear of exposure, and use these to influence them. Praise selectively to gain trust or subtly hint at their weaknesses to deter them without confrontation. Playing the long game, appear loyal and cooperative while using this position to gather information or subtly redirect outcomes to your advantage. Build rapport with them, but use this access to anticipate their moves and prepare effective responses. Controlling information, limit their knowledge of your plans while carefully managing the flow of information to mislead or influence their decisions. Share selective or incomplete details while keeping thorough records of their actions for future use if necessary. Dividing and isolating foster distrust within their network by subtly revealing their manipulative behavior to others. Highlight their questionable actions in a neutral way, allowing others to see their true nature without direct blame. Maintaining unpredictability. Keep them guessing about your intentions and actions to disrupt their ability to manipulate you. Alternate between cooperation and distance, avoiding any predictable patterns they can exploit. Strategic exposure. Gather evidence of their behavior and reveal it at the right moment to discredit them effectively. Document their actions discreetly and choose a time when exposing them will maximize impact without seeming personal. Using flattery, offer genuine but calculated compliments to lower their guard and make them overconfident. Compliment specific efforts selectively, making them believe you are an ally while remaining cautious yourself. Building a strong image. Cultivate goodwill, reliability, and competence to shield yourself from manipulative tactics and build workplace alliances. Demonstrate professionalism and fairness, reinforcing your reputation as trustworthy and capable to others.